Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to finally, albeit a little bit late, a part 1 of Nicole Jones 911 Digiprints Printables unboxing for the month of May. I'm telling you, these printer woes, you're going to see. Anyway, in tomorrow's May I Scrap Lift You, I mentioned that that video is going up before the unboxing and I was using my stash instead. In the end, I am able to get this up partial, at least a partial unboxing, sort of before that video goes up. So that might sound a little bit out of sync, but as you know, I have to get some of my layouts done ahead of time and scheduled. So the printer woes. Well, in the end, I did some research on Google, on YouTube, and I found, and then my lovely friend Colleen also mentioned exactly the same thing to me, in that it would appear that if I cleaned my printer heads, it might fix the problem. So, long story short, Monday night I did that, and I had to do it, I had to repeat it 3 times. Then I got a little bit worried because on the 3rd time it pretty much says done. It doesn't sort of give you a 4th time, but the 3rd time appeared to fix it. So yay. Printed out a couple of things, which you'll see later, and it was working, and I was just thrilled with myself, and I thought I was just so clever and tech savvy. Anyway, so I started printing today, and lo and behold, in the middle of my printing, it did exactly the same thing. The blue disappeared. So, momentary panic. I said, uh-oh, will it allow me to do the cleaning again? It did. I had to do the full 3 times, and it fixed it. Then my yellow cartridge ran out, so I replaced that, and then it appeared to be printing correctly. So, I have a bit of a partial unboxing because I really want to show you these florals. They're gorgeous, but I'm going to have a little bit of a disclaimer because some of the colors I know are wrong, and I sort of have those in the back, and some of them have given me some really cool sort of different things, and others just seemed to be maybe a little bit off as it was transitioning from the clean to the printer heads that were clogging again. So I apologize if I don't sometimes have true, and some of them I do know that I have the true colors. Now, this week I went in, this month I should say, and I went all florally. I went for the florals, and I took 2 types. I bought some, and then of course I got such a gorgeous package. So I did florals number 2 and florals number 4, and I will come back in another unboxing with the florals number 4. In one bundle, you have the 2-inch flowers, and then in the other bundle, you have the smaller ones, which are 1.5, 1 inch, no, 1.5, 1 1/4, and 1 inch, that you can fussy cut, or you can use your punches, which are really cool. So I went in and I got the pink. I know this pink is true. This seems to be a little paler, but maybe the smaller ones are a little bit of a different tone. And if that's the case, I think that's really cool because they are going to layer beautifully. So I got the pink. Now you see this is the 2nd round, and now it really does seem to be fixed. Anyway, these are the turquoise. Gorgeous turquoise. And so the small ones do seem to have a bit of a different tone, which I think is fun. Now, maybe, Nicole, if you're watching this, you can correct me and let me know if this was my printer being silly, but it looks to me like there's just a little bit of a difference in tone, but they go beautifully together. So again, the 2-inch, and don't you love it? Now, you see, the other thing that you could do with these, which I think is fun, is, of course, you can fussy cut these flowers out. You can punch them out exactly the way they are. But if you wanted a different shape, so it's almost like 2 flowers in one, you could go in and fussy cut just this 5-petaled version of it as well. And that sort of gives you a whole different set of flowers, which I think is very, very cool. Now, I think these are the yellow, because I do have some other yellow back here, but they are definitely not the correct yellow. So this is more of a golden. I love this is a deep, rich color. This is going to go beautifully, I think, with what I still have of the Reaching Out collection. That is going to be lovely. So I did get, now I didn't do all of these smaller flowers, so you will see them as I use them, but I think you do get the idea here, and you'll get the idea with some of the colors, because, it was a question this morning, a little bit of quit while you're ahead. I wanted to get this sort of part 1 video up. Oh, la la. Now, you see that, so this is where I'm not quite sure. Now, I think this is the correct, and this is something that printed, I don't know whether it was maybe the green, because of course the green in the 2-inch did not print anywhere green, and I did not reprint it. So I do not think, I think this is sort of like a different, this is a printer error, but hey. Because I do think this is the correct. And this will give me, this gives me something different, I think. Oh my God, I don't know if this is a very good unboxing. It might be confusing you more than anything. I'm sorry if it is. There we go. Now, this is the peach. I know this is the peach for sure in the small, and I just, you know how I love my corals, and so this is absolutely gorgeous. Oh, no, you know what? This is the bright orange. Bright orange. Here now is the peach. The lovely, 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 lovely peach. And this is, I don't know. I'm not too sure unless that, maybe, okay, maybe this is the peach. Yeah, I don't know. This for sure is the dark orange. This is, no, this is, I don't know if this is really, of any use to you. I'm so sorry. I'm going to try and get this printer thing sorted. This is the blue. I know it's the blue for sure. They are just lovely. The red, which I did that I printed in the 2-inch, but I do have the bundles so that I got all the colors. The brown and the colorless. You see, what is fun with the bundles when you go in and you buy the bundles as opposed to individual sheets. And by the way, Nicole's 50% sale is actually still going on. So you can get these sheets for $1, but the whole bundle is like $12.49 or something. It's crazy. And you get the colorless ones, or ones that you could go in and color with your Copics, or I want to try putting them on watercolor paper and using some watercolors. You could use your pencil crayons and do your own coloring. So that would be fun. Now these I believe are #1, and I'm showing this to you. This one is not available in the shop. This was one of the freebies from the virtual crop. So just to let you know, like when Nicole has her virtual crops, they really are amazing. I think it's like $10 for like 10 to 12 hours of scrapbooking over a weekend, and she does it in chunks of 3 hours or 2 hours, but there are always some freebies. And this was one of the freebies because the flowers aren't yet available in 2 different colors or in the color families like Seasoned Spices, Cozy Cafe. But as a freebie for the virtual crop, they gave it a try. Josh did use some colors from the Cozy Cafe, and is that not just lovely? I love that. So if ever there's another virtual crop, come along. And then this one is the mint, and this we got in the, I think this might be a Patreon, or was it also the virtual crop, or it might be a Patreon, because in the Patreon as well, depending on which tier you are in, you get 1, 2, or 3 digiprints per month. Now this is definitely, I showed you this last Friday. This is a buttery yellow. This is like a bonus color because this is when the printer was going crazy. So the reason I'm actually just leaving this in here is not for you to do anything with your printer, but you know what? If your ink runs low or something and all of a sudden it prints a little bit weird, you just never know. You might just get like a fun little bonus, because I think this paler canary buttery yellow might be quite usable. And this was, I think, the turquoise, or it might have been the mint that I was trying to print, and it came out, of course, yellow when my blue was not working. And then this is what showed me today that I had gone off the rails again, because this is this one that printed off. So I sort of get a 2 for 1. So you know what? If your ink cartridge runs out in the middle, you never know what you might get. So don't worry about it. Now, you see, this is this morning when it was starting to go a little bit weird. This is a purple, but I'm going to keep, because it sort of almost turns into a little bit of an ombre. It's got a different little color here. And if I cut out the little middle here, it definitely looks as though there's some shading on the end. So I'm not going to worry too much about that. This is a much paler pink, almost a dusty rose. Not quite sure what color it was supposed to be, but a bonus. You can see here where it was, there you go, losing the blue again. And I think this is kind of cool. I'm going to keep these. I am going to keep these. There you go. Look at that. Sort of, there you go, you see. And then here, and this is even a different tone. So this is almost like a very pale mint going into a little bit of a lime green. So don't throw those boo-boos out, my friends. And then another yellow. And I think we're back to where we began. Yeah. So there you go. I'm not really sure how useful this is, but I did want to start using some of these gorgeous, gorgeous florals. I'm going to get you the proper colors now that my printer really, really does seem to be. And I'm going to print number 4. And I'll come back and do a part 2 unboxing within a couple of days for you, so that you can see the proper color. I hope this was still a little bit helpful and not more confusing than anything else. So thank you for being with me. That red is just a beautiful, beautiful shade of red. I love it. Like, not too, it's just perfect. It's just a beautiful, beautiful primary fire engine red. So there you go, my friends. Part 1, little shaky, but there you have it. Thanks for being with me. See you soon, my friends. Bye for now.